Hello everyone, I'm Jinjay. Welcome to Malaysian Student Podcast Episode 2. Today's our topic is about what are the similarities and differences between private secondary school and government secondary school. Guys, I'm Jinjay. I'm pre-government school student and currently I'm studying in private school. So welcome our today's special guest, Chloe,
Hi guys, my name is Chloe and I'm currently studying in government secondary school.
and our Malaysian Student Podcast member, Felicia,
Hello everyone, I'm a current private school student.
and Rishi.
Hello everyone, I'm also a current private school student.
Yeah, so first of all, now we can talk about some things. What is the reasons you enter your current school? So, for example, what motivate you to study in this school? And so I start with my story first. I start with my story. So actually, for my Form 1 and Form 2 times, I was studying in government school. And at the end of my Form 2, and my family decided to move to JB. Yeah, before the COVID year. And we moved to the JB. So my father scared about the how to say the discipline problem or the bullying cases in government school. At that time, I didn't know about government school but my father thought government school is like the discipline is not that good, but I really don't know So he decided to put me in private school. So that's why I entered private school. Yeah, and now I can I call Felicia to talk about
Oh,
reasons?
sure, not a problem. Oh, I see. Actually, there is a story for mine also. Actually, my current school is my dream school when I was in standard six. But yeah, I'm not being sim. It's just from my bottom of heart. It's really my dream school. But as all of us know, private school will be the fees will be much higher than the government school. So after getting my UPSR result, I actually applied for government school. I think you guys know convent school, and I at the same time I apply scholarship for my current school. So surprisingly, I got both of the enrollment from common school and my and the scholarship for my current school. But I chose to enter private school ultimately because I prefer the language they use for most of the subject, which is in English. And of course, I was like attracted by the outstanding facilities in private school. Yep, that's my reason that I joined private school.
Yeah. You are not talking about the reasons, you are talking your results. Very hebat.
Hey, no lah,
Yeah,
come on.
that's part of the plan.
Hey, and how about Rishi?
For me, my story is kind of similar to Felicia's story.
Yeah.
How shall I put it? Okay, when I finished my UPSR in my primary school, I was in a government school. After that, I had a choice. My father told me to choose between a private school or government school. At
Mm.
this point, he suggested more to go to private school because same thing as Junjie said, he feared that disciplinary problems may be higher in government schools. It's not because they're not dealing with it. It's just that the number of students are very high, and we understand that. So my father said it's better to join private school. And one more thing, in the current private school I'm in, they integrate the syllabus of science and mathematics from Singapore. So there was kind of an advantage there.
Yeah.
So that's why I chose private school over government school.
Yeah, I see.
Oh,
Good sharing, good sharing.
yeah.
And Chloe, how about Chloe, the current government school student?
Oh, for me, it's kind of interesting to hear the difference because for my father, he actually said that he's scared of like the discipline problems in private school, so he let me to join
Oh, contrast
government
you.
school, and
Whoa, whoa.
whoa. And I think the main reason I joined government school is because the diversity, like you can meet like very different kinds of people and from like different places, and yeah, I think that's the main reason.
Yeah, I see. Because
Oh, wow.
it
Interesting. Mm.
yeah, in government school, like the ratio between three different races are quite balanced if compared to private school. I think personally think.
Yeah.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah. And so now we're going to enter our main part today which is government school vs private school. So firstly we'll
Ooh.
talk about the school atmosphere. So during the section you can talk about something like school culture, your school tradition, or something special about your school. So who want to begin first? Let's pick Felicia. Or Felicia, talk something.
Okay, I can go first. Yeah. For me, I think my current school, like private school, the school atmosphere is quite good, like positive. And the discipline cases which mentioned by Junze, Rishi, and Chloe, for me, discipline is actually personal stuff, and it cannot determine by anything else. I think you guys get what I mean. Like,
Yeah.
the factors that affect discipline isn't school. I think the factors affect discipline is family. So yeah, that's what think. And yeah, that's much about sharing.
Yeah, I see. Actually, for my previous government secondary school, I personally think
Mm,
is the discipline of students. They are two different, like different groups of students.
mm,
Two main difference. For example, the student is front class. They are very disciplined. Yeah, and most of them
mm.
are prefects.
Oh,
And for the back
oh,
or for the results not that good, the students they will feel like studying is not my stuff. Yeah,
mm,
they would think like my father he didn't study before and he's very rich, so they will like have this kind of mindset. Yeah, actually the
mm,
generation is different actually this
Mm.
kind of mindset is now not desirable, I think.
mm,
And they will disobey the school rules and disrespect teacher. But and the problem of gangsterism in government school I think is quite serious before.
mm,
And now I think the condition is getting controlled. And
mm.
for my private school, the discipline is quite okay, I can say. And
Yep.
but I think some private school, there are quite a lot of we can say like rich people, and some
Okay.
sometimes they will like,
Most of.
yeah,
Mm.
I'm rich. They will like kind of like show off. And this is the thing I don't like.
Oh,
But for my classmates, they are all very good.
oh,
They don't.
wow.
Thank you for the
Yeah,
compliment.
Thank you. Yeah.
yeah. So let's move on to Chloe. How about your school atmosphere or school tradition?
Like as a government school, like I'm not representing all the government school students.
Right.
But we always have a stereotype that like private school students are always like rich and a little bit rude, I guess. But yeah, for my school, it's special. Something special about my school is that we are classified as cluster school. I don't know whether you guys know about cluster school. It's like
Yeah.
you have to
Hmm.
something like convent. You need to Ryu first, and then they will choose whether if you are qualified to enter that school. So for my school, our school atmosphere is quite disciplined. Like everyone is very studious, and we actually study very hard to get like good marks.
Oh,
Yeah, I see.
wait a minute.
So why don't we talk about the school qualification? So Rishi, your current private school isn't any like spatial qualification or spatial requirements to qualify for it.
Okay, so yes, it's true that there is a special qualification, not
Yeah.
for everyone. Okay, let's put it this way. We are talking about private school in general, right?
Yeah. In general.
Okay.
Yep.
Before entering into this current this current private school, I went to two more schools. for just to see how they organize and how the application all works. And then in that, all of them offered scholarships. So if your mark is good, and they will have an interview with you, and if the interview you're doing well, and they will have one more examination like an entrance examination. If you can pass all of it, depends on your marks and your grades, they will give you a certain amount of scholarship.
Yeah.
Mm.
I think for Chloe School, what is the minimum requirement for the UPSR result?
I think there's no such like minimum requirement. You can apply even you got like no A's or whatever.
Yeah.
But if you got straight A's, you will have the higher they will actually choose you like with higher possibilities. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Oh.
Government schools set the bar high so that the students who are really into studying the studious types will be able to enter certain schools so that they'll be able to focus more on the education sector in that way. It's true.
Yeah.
Oh.
That's what. And then
Yeah, I actually agree with that.
so that's why the current private school I am, first off, before entering, all the students are given opportunity to apply for scholarship, and then if you are eligible, if you're an eligible candidate, and then they will choose you, and they will give you scholarship for the 5 years of studying in secondary school. That's all about it.
Yeah.
Oh, quite good offer. But is there peralihan at your school?
I think there is
Peralihan in my
no
school.
peralihan for most of Okay. Right.
Yeah, yeah,
Chloe
yeah.
can go first. Yeah. 2 seconds.
Okay. I think for now, like we don't have peralihan in most of the school lah. So because I think for other schools still have the peralihan thing, but for my school, because we have to rayu and stuff, right? So they actually won't choose those who need to go for peralihan class.
Yeah.
Chloe, maybe explain more about Rayu.
It's actually when you're in primary school, standard 6, your teacher will actually hand you a form, and then you will have to choose which secondary school you want to rayu, and then you take the school. After that, you need to go to somewhere, I think like, I'm not sure, like Jabatan, somewhere in Jabatan, I'm not sure. Like you have to hand in all of your certificates and all of your results in primary school to them, and then they will actually receive all those, and then they'll started to choose that.
Oh, I see.
Is it something like you want to choose the school you desired, and then you fill in the form,
Yeah.
you rayu that school, something like this like before
Yeah,
entering
something
certain
like that.
university you need to choose right?
Yeah.
I see. But for my previous one my primary school, they don't offer this because I'm actually from kampong, and then that kampong it only offers like 2 school, and then most of us enter the bigger one yeah, so
Oh,
we follow the people.
I think for most of the private school, there is no peralihan. Like we can just enter from one. Yeah, private lah. But for most of the government school in JB, I think they have peralihan system where student that don't pass BM in UPSR, they need to have peralihan lah.
If I'm not mistaken, UPSC is getting banned, right? Not banned.
Yeah, yes.
They're discontinuing UPSC.
Yeah, right. You're right.
They're lucky fellows.
Kind of unlucky or lucky.
That one
I
is
say
pretty
lucky.
Controversial. That
I
one is
say lucky.
controversial topic. Hey, my brother don't have UPSR this year. He's
Lucky
so
brother.
happy, like over the moon.
Oh my goodness. Never mind.
That's a topic.
For another day.
Yeah, that's a topic can debate about. Controversial one. It's UPS.
Got
Yeah.
advantages and disadvantages.
Yeah.
In the
Yeah.
future.
And you will know how important is it because actually UPSR is quite important. I think personally think like it's a standard
Oh,
or it's like
Milestone.
yeah your milestone
I agree
and
with that.
it's an exam that you can prove yourself.
True,
And prove
true.
yeah
My
Prove to others.
classmate also say like
yeah
we actually all disagree about the like they ban UPSR. We all disagree about that because we think that like if you don't have a goal to achieve, then you won't be nervous about
yeah
it, and then you won't actually work for it.
yeah you will be less motivative in studying.
Mm.
I'm pretty
Yeah,
sure
yeah.
I'm pretty sure we all look like villains to the current UPSR batch.
So are you guys interested about government school teaching method or private school teaching method? We can talk about this.
Oh,
Yeah.
well,
Chloe, can you share about something your school's teaching method?
uh, yeah. Something special about my school again is one program called PBL. I think it's like bilingual
Oh,
something. It's it means that we have to separate into two groups of people in our school. One group is study science, mathematics, those in BM. Another part of people have to study those in English. For my school, the first class and the second class, and yeah, you have to you ha- it's decided before you enter the school. They actually look for your UPSR result, and then they see whether if you are qualified to enter that class. Like the most important subject is actually English. If you fail or you get a B in English, then you're actually not qualified to enter that class.
oh,
And then for my school, uh, like if like from one, from two, and from three, right? You actually will have the similar class because for the part of people who are studying those in English, only two classes are studying English. So you will only drop from either first to second, or you will be in the first class. And then I think it's kind of interesting because like the students of the third class and the fourth class are actually complaining about that.
they cannot get into the first and
oh,
second class.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah, because we actually signed something. I'm not sure what's the name of the form, but we actually signed a form telling that we are actually gonna learn all the subject in English, not all lah, like something like science and mathematics in English for the whole not whole year lah, for the 5 years.
oh, I see. I think there are few government schools in JB provide this kind of
Yes.
syllabus or
yeah,
system.
yep, yep. But most of the government schools still teach
Yeah,
every
I
subject
think
in
yeah.
VM.
Yeah, that's why I applied for this school.
Oh,
You,
Oh,
you prefer English over Malay?
I
ac-
prefer English.
actually,
Okay. Okay.
because
My Malay sucks too.
yeah, actually not because of your BM level or what. Actually, you study in English for certain subjects.
agree,
For
True,
example,
like
in especially math and science,
science,
it's
yeah,
easier for you when you
because
enter the pre-U or university.
yeah, I absolutely agree with that.
Yeah,
Especially the information on the internet, most of it is in English, and
yeah.
yeah, for me, English is way more understandable than VM. In terms of science and maths. For me personally, okay.
But
What's
Uh,
I can
Saudi?
say mostly the spatial terms they direct translate
mm,
to BM1.
yeah, yeah.
Direct translate.
I saw that before.
Yeah, because I'm quite spatial. I study one language
Mm.
in I study one subject in three languages before. Like
Whoa. How,
no
how do you do that?
Wow.
Mm,
like during primary school time,
mm,
for example, science in Chinese. And as I was pre-government school student, I studying maths in BM. And then after I switched to private school, at the beginning it's quite hard for me because I gonna, I would say, get used to it of the new language in English. But actually after I compare these two lah, I agree with Felicia. Actually English is much easier to understand.
Oh,
And
wow,
while you
such a great experience.
yeah, and while
Yeah.
you're doing research, you can find more information about it.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. So there's something special lah. Because all my senior or what they are in my previous school they also complain to me, wow, why I study in BM and I when I get into the matriculasi or I get into STPM, wow, all convert to English. Wow, really hard. But
Oh.
yeah, actually at the beginning after you get used to it, yeah, getting easier.
But it also takes time to adapt to the new language. That's why they
Yeah.
complain.
Yeah. But like I think I got talk about this topic with Rishi before, and Rishi said that actually convert from BM to English is easier if you convert from BM to English,
Wait, you said the same thing twice.
right?
Yeah, I got what he meant.
Oh, okay, got
Actually,
it.
I think that one is personal one. For me, I think both
Yeah,
is
I think
sama-sama lah.
personal. Yeah, also same.
Yeah.
Actually the same one.
Yeah.
It's just that it was originally originally used in English, and when
Yeah.
it changed to Malay, the wording kind of sounds weird. Not that it's not right, it sounds weird lah. That's it. That's why.
But actually, in my school, like in my class, we have to learn in English, right? But our teacher actually taught us in BM most of the time. So I
Oh.
think it's kind of
Wow,
confusing.
Oh my
special.
god.
Oh no.
Yeah. It's way too special.
It's not like it's not like the special name or what. Like they actually taught the whole lesson using BM, and then they would say like, oh, sorry, my English is not that good, so I will teach in BM. Then I will be like,
Oh.
no.
Oh, that's the.
Oh, yeah. So you can see like the main language for government school is still BM, even though they said they'll use English for what class. The main language, right?
It depends on the proficiency level of the teacher, whether they're able to
True.
speak the
So-
language.
True. Oh, yes, true.
Depends on teacher more. But it's quite it's a bit controversial teaching
Yeah.
English subject in BM. Oh, so you guys are really good in both languages
Yeah.
Yep.
It must
Agree
mean
with
that they must know all the scientific terms in both Malay and English.
Yeah.
Now,
No.
now that's
No.
Train you guys.
Actually, for the scientific terms, she used like English, and then for the explanation and stuff, and then she used Malay lah.
Oh,
it's out of sync.
But still, we still need to have to like translate what she say into English, and then try to remember and try to understand what she said.
she said cell darah merah or she said red blood cell.
Red blood cell.
Okay lah.
Or just the explanation part using BM, but the scientific term is English.
Yeah. But sometimes she will like accidentally use Malay to like say the scientific terms, and then we will be like very confused.
That's a nightmare.
But how about she writing the answer in English
English lah, of course. Like if like the first class and the second class student didn't write the answer in English, we were actually being scolded by the pengetua. Like, what is the reason you joined first class and second class if you are not answering in English? Yeah, something like that.
Oh, okay. Okay. That's some experience. Don't jump.
Don't hush.
Wait,
Because
have you ever told your pengetua, the teacher, teaching in Malay?
Oh yeah. I think some of the student, not me lah, some of the student actually told our pengetua or anything or something like that, and then I think our teacher actually improved lah, like not improved that much, but they actually improved a little bit lah.
It's
she
better
put
than
effort,
nothing.
they put effort.
True. It's better than nothing, right?
Yeah, because because she also have to teach like other class in BM, so yeah, we are not blaming her lah, but I'm just confusing.
Maybe she studied in BM for science and
BM.
math in secondary school.
Yeah, so
True,
she's
true,
more
true.
used to that subject.
Oh yeah.
Or maybe she loved Bahasa Melayu so much. Like kind of
Oh yeah,
Wow,
yeah.
patriarchy.
Something
Yeah.
interesting about my school is like for my from one my BM teacher she's not actually going for the BM subject like how should I say, like she doesn't learn BM to
profession.
wait, how to say? Okay. Yeah. Profession, yes.
Yeah.
She didn't learn BM as a profession. She actually learned Science Pertanian as her profession, but she ended up teaching BM, which is what? Which is
That's a
like
weird
question mark,
combination.
So,
That's a
so
weird combination.
but she
how she
but the thing is she teaches like very well, you know. So I'm also like what?
Bahasa Ibunda.
Yeah, true.
Yeah. And
Malaysia.
how about Rishi, your BM teacher is profession is BM ah?
Oh, for our BM, it's also quite different. She, if I'm not mistaken, she took accounting.
Oh.
Yeah.
But
But
the thing is,
yeah, she teach good lah.
but she loves Malay so much that that she
She
teaches Malay very well.
Bahasa
Yeah.
Kebangsaan again.
Yes, in Malaysia, Malay is a Malay language. Bahasa Melayu is
Yeah.
the identity of Malaysia. True, it's true.
Agree.
Memartabatkan bahasa Melayu.
And in fact, I know it's applied for every school lah. I found out some teachers, if they teach Malay, they will also teach sejarah.
Oh, that's an interesting fact.
For my previous school lah. I don't know why they teach BM and then they teach sejarah also. Yeah, very
Yeah, for my
Yeah.
For my school, the teacher whose profession is Science Pertanian, and then she teach BM. That teacher, she actually teach music also, which is
Oh wow.
very very confusing.
But that
She's
very
multi-talented. She's
Yeah.
multi-talented.
yeah, I agree. Multi-talented.
The effort she put in is like wow.
they don't limit
Teachers are
themselves.
dedicated. Yeah.
So I'm quite curious about school uniform of different school. Can you guys talk about your school
Oh.
uniform?
For our school quite like they care much about our the nitty. It is that whether your school uniform is neat or not, and I pretty much like our school's uniform. For me, it's very formal and very good.
Do you like your school uniform?
Me, you mean?
Yeah.
Yep, I like it. Yeah, I like it.
I think
I
for
like clothes. Any clothes I like.
Who don't like clothes? Who doesn't like? Okay. That took a weird turn. Okay, moving on.
I think for every government school, the school uniform is fixed. Is it? Boy? How about
Nope.
schools one?
No. For government school, like in my school, I'm not sure if other school is also like our school, but for my school, if you have different jawatan, you wear different clothes. Like for
Wow.
me, I'm actually a librarian, so I'm actually wearing a brown shirt and brown vest instead of that light blue skirt lah.
Oh,
And for our prefect, they also wear like blazer, which is very cool. Like some of the students actually join and become like prefect because of that. just because of the clothes. But it's very expensive, by the way.
That's
Same-
motivation.
same as-
It's very cool. Very cool.
That's motivation. That is
For my
motivation.
private school, every student got the court one,
Oh.
so everyone is cool.
Oh.
Everyone. Cool school, huh?
You're cool.
Wow.
But
Cool
the
school.
prefect is a bit different there.
Mm.
Got the
Oh.
red type,
Yeah.
yeah, and got name tag.
If students wear different attires at school, during assembly they look very colorful from the top view. I think that's the reason they do it. I think so. Really?
My
They really look
God.
cool. From the top view looks very colorful. Just imagine different colors. Maybe, who knows?
Okay, so
Wait, I
What if
actually thought like private
Mm.
school can actually wear whatever they want. I actually
What?
thought like private school
I-
can wear whatever they want. Is that true?
I
I think
I
that's a
thought the same thing.
misconception.
I think it's
Why?
I thought the same thing.
impossible to
Why?
wear.
Impossible, I think impossible
Im-
because
Possible to wear some formal clothes, but impossible to wear bikini to private school.
oh my god,
Also not
definitely
allowed.
not. Okay,
Why?
definitely. Wait,
Don't go to
bikini
the,
is- oh my god.
don't go to the other end of spectrum too fast. Go pick my bed, not all the way down.
Bikini is for beach. You want to go picnic one, but I think I think it's mainly because we are still in a secondary school. So in most of the private school, informal clothes are not allowed. But if university, some of the university allowed, you can wear informal clothes to school, like wear what you like, casual one.
Casual.
Oh, I
Yeah,
see.
Still
not
don't allow,
bikini, okay. Pardon?
Junjie?
Just kidding.
Okay.
Hello.
Let's move on to students' culture. Let's talk about a student's pressure. Do you guys think is it subjective one, or Chloe? What do you think?
Yeah,
For
again, in first class, yeah, for the first class and the second class, I think the pressure is very high because we actually have to maintain our position, and like we actually changed pengetua once, and the new pengetua actually said if you are not good in English or you actually did very badly in science or mathematics, then we need to switch class, and then you have to switch to the BM class.
Mm.
Even though if you learn like in English for like 2 years, you still have to switch into BM class, and then you have to took PT3 exam in BM also. So I think the pressure is very high.
wow, so strict.
Oh yeah.
One thing is very lucky for me. Last year there's no PT3
Oh right.
because I studied in
Corona.
BM for 2 years.
True.
I studied in BM for 2 years and then suddenly changed to English.
Mm.
Yeah, but it's okay. And then how about your private school students, Rishi? Can you talk about something about this?
About pressure.
Yeah.
Private school pressure. It's very subjective in private school because if you want to maintain some kind of scholarship, then you will have to maintain your marks. If not, what do they call that? The school administration has the power to take away the scholarship anytime they want.
Yep.
That's the contract that we have to sign.
True.
So if you are a studious person in a private school and you have scholarship, you have no choice but to crack your head until you get good results in your exam. It's different for
Wow, very
students.
stressful.
Yeah.
Imagine me every day at night doing this, cracking my head. Okay, never mind.
For me, I think stress and pressure is quite subjective. I agree that school can affect, but the most part of the stress is come to ourselves. Like how is the mindset building in study or what? Yeah. Even though I got scholarship, but to be honest, I'm not that stressed to like crack head to get good result. I quite enjoy the process of studying and exam stuff. Yeah.
Yeah, you will convert your stress to
To
motivation.
motivation. Yeah.
Quote her
I think that's
sen-
me.
Quote her sentence. Enjoy studying process. Someone quote it.
Yeah.
Someone clip it, please.
Oh, main point there. Enjoy studying process. Yeah. Well, I
Studying
talk
process.
about something my experience.
Mm.
For me, when I switched to from my previous school to current private school, actually my stress is
Mm.
actually for language. Because
Oh.
comparing for my BM and English I'm better in BM.
Mm.
And there's a problem there because for my previous school, most of the students they use BM, and
Mm.
except for the BI class or we can say English class the teacher will force you to speak in English even though it's project English. But after I
Mm.
switched to private school, I find out a very special phenomenon.
Mm.
Sometimes like between Malay students, they will talk in English. Uh, I don't know why. Maybe BM is a bit difficult for them, but I think this is quite interesting phenomenon a contrast there. So
Oh.
I try my best to talk English with my friends around me, and
Mm.
I know one friend, Rishi. He's very good at English, and then he talks to me every day in English, so I can get improvement. So I
Oh.
think thank him. And
Wow.
for
Touching
BM,
friendship.
and then
Mm.
after like 3 to 4 months, when I want to talk, I sometimes I will like forget about BM words. Wow, so there's very weird
Oh.
thing. Because yeah,
Oh.
really the how to say the environment and the surrounding affect you so much, especially for languages. Yeah.
Yeah.
So
But we can
there's
see.
thing there's a thing there.
Yeah. But we can see you have a valuable friendship with Rishi, like talking English every day. Oh wow. And also, but it shows that you have a uh strong ability to adapt to the changes of the environment. I think this is one of the criteria for the future leader. You need to adapt, especially now is the period of lockdown and
Mm.
virus. So adapting to online classes is also quite hard lah. So that you are training yourself such a
Yeah.
good people.
Okay, Junjia's ego is getting very high.
Oh wow.
So, because the truth is we can't change the environment, but right?
Yeah, change ourselves. Yeah.
The only
Yep.
thing we can change is ourselves. Yeah. So there's a
Spoken
thing
like a
there.
true leader.
So by the
Yeah.
way, I'm
Sorry.
curious about like uh private school have motivational campaign or not? Because in my school, like there are a lot of this kind of campaign.
Oh.
Uh, for example,
Mm-hmm.
like
Motivational campaign. You mean
For example, yeah.
you mean the
Uh,
event also of that?
no, it's like they spend the whole day. We spend a whole day with some some panchara or something, and then he will
oh,
motivate us to study. Yeah, and we pay for that.
Oh my god.
pay
Compulsory.
The cost. Oh my
compulsory.
god.
Compulsory, true.
Oh,
Compulsory. Yeah. But actually, like we have to pay like a number of like 200 ringgit every year for the PIBG to have this kind of campaign, which I actually which I think it's like useless.
Oh. Sorry, teacher. Sorry. I'm so sorry.
hope they don't listen to
For
this.
What is the content
yeah.
about the drama?
They will actually give you a nota, a notes, and they will write like something like what is your goal? What do you do to achieve your goal? How do you achieve your goal? Why should you achieve your goal? And then something like why study is so important for you? You need to study now, something like that.
Oh,
Why are you here?
Oh, for
What are you
mindset lah.
doing?
Yeah, for
What is
mindset.
it?
A lot of why there.
Why are you alive? That's the better question.
Yeah, I think my school don't have right?
Oh,
Tisha, your school got or not?
oh. For my school, we actually don't have so much like motivational or mindset-based campaign, but for other event, I think our school have like competition or what. Motivational campaign we don't have, but other kind of like leadership campaign we have like about
Oh,
twice a year among prefects and class monitor.
True.
yeah. Same.
Yeah.
My
Yeah,
previous
yeah.
school
Same
also
with me.
offer
My
this,
school.
Oh, wow.
like hari pemimpin. Like they will
Oh.
gather the monitors, the librarians, the prefects all together in a hall, and then just like Chloe said just now, why you want to do this? Why you want to do that? How you want to do this?
Who are you?
But for our leader, but for our leadership campaign, it's more interesting. They don't like ask you to be in a hall or something. We actually go outside. We last year
Wow.
we went to Sunway College and then we
Wow.
actually interact with we actually interact with them. Like it's very fun for the leadership campaign, but not for the motivational campaign.
Wow.
Oh,
Did you
that
pay
sounds
for
great.
Very
Did you
good.
pay for the leadership campaign?
General campaign, yes. Leadership
Okay,
campaign, yes.
but it's worth it lah. It's worth it.
Everything
Yeah.
costs.
Yeah, you can get a certificate. Yay.
Wow.
Certificate oriented. Okay.
Then you are
See,
cost oriented.
Beneficial. For
I process
certificate.
oriented.
Oh.
Wow, can see handsome boys, pretty girls there. Somewhere college.
How
Oh
do you
my
know
God.
that? Did you get any
Their
experience,
What's in your
Junjie?
frame?
their facilities is very
Alright.
cool.
I know
Yeah.
most of the guys they want to participate some events they think they want to consider is girls If no girls they don't want to
And
go.
no, like only you are. I don't think it works for most of the guy.
Junjie?
Shit.
We are discovering some stuff here. Let's see.
Yeah. Interesting or okay.
Yeah lah. Just kidding lah. Yeah.
We don't buy that anymore. No worries. We will take care of that in the future episodes.
How to chase a girl in next episode. No, just kidding.
I can
Stay
teach. I can
tuned.
teach.
Okay,
But who
I'm
can
pretty
teach?
sure.
Pardon?
Pretty sure can teach.
Yeah. Expert no ah.
I'm pretty sure we gotta get.
How to chase a boy.
No.
Okay. I'm pretty sure we are gonna get sued.
Okay.
Move on to our topic. Okay.
Yes.
So
Deep.
we have discussing about the school atmosphere, school uniform, school qualification, and also some students' culture. And I'm wondering about how the CCA in government school, in like private school and government school. Can you describe something? Rishi, your school CCA or co-curriculum?
CCA in our school was normal until the lockdown. So I'll talk about how it was before the lockdown.
Yeah.
So before the lockdown, all the students we have to choose 2 or 3 CCA activities for our CCA time lah. Okay. And then it was up to us to choose. We will rank our choices from the most preferable to the least preferable. And then when they arrange us, they will split us into the availability according to each clubs, each groups, and each games, and that's how we play. So it was quite good. In our CCA, I won't complain anything because we had our own time to do the sports and clubs that we are interested in.
Oh. What's the general about the CCA? Like provide what kind of sports
Okay, I'm not a field person, which means I don't run much, and I don't jump much. Oh, okay, the thing is, I play chess. So I played
Oh.
chess.
Yeah.
And I was in I'm in Pengakap. I was in St. John for 1 year, but now I'm Pengakap. And then I'm in STEM club, science, technology, engineering, and mathematics.
Club,
That's all.
Oh,
Yes, it's a club. And we do experiments.
pretty good.
Yeah, I like the STEM club also. For me, club is the most preferable one among those three. Like the pengakap. I don't really like the pengakap, sorry. But I like the club.
Ouch.
You,
Ouch.
you like
That hurts.
you like Tunas Putri?
Um
Just
oh, the uniform. For me,
uniform, yeah.
I mean, like what I mean is I don't really like training in uniform, not pengakap specifically. Sorry.
Okay,
You,
it's better
you,
now.
you,
It's better now. It's better
you
now.
don't
No
like
worries.
Kawat,
Okay. I don't really like yeah, it's my own preference. I prefer to stay in like chess or experiment
indoor.
one instead of indoor activities.
Oh, yeah.
Great Kanan.
What?
Great Kanan. Okay, sorry.
Yeah.
You got
For,
carried away.
The spirit.
for my previous school, the government school, our St. John Club is, wow,
Mm. Wow, I heard
is
that
quite
before.
famous.
Oh yeah, I'm also in St.
And
John group.
yeah,
Okay,
St. John
we-
Group. And then
We have
very,
medics here.
very tiring. Very tiring. Really, you have
Mm.
a lot of trainings. So, but this is a good memory. So only a few people there in St. John. And then now due to the MCO also now the St. John is now, I don't know how to say And then our training very scary one. Like during the school time you need to kawat and then kawat for 2 hours and then you have to pumping and do some physical training And then after you go back to your house, okay, you go back to your house and then you have to like spend 2 hours go to your senior house and learn the St. John knowledge. So sometime
Wow.
after I get back from school and then I finish my tuition and then during 10 to 12 or 9 to 11 I went to the senior's house and then had the training. Like we have few category like for short case, long case or what, right Chloe? Your school is also same, right? Got the
For
St.
my school,
John
it's a
training.
little bit different.
Yeah.
Different actually because our school is very like the emphasis on like academic. So but CCA is also very important lah.
Yeah.
In my St. John group, like we actually also did training every week, but not at the like the studying. When you're studying you need to go out and train, not like that lah. We actually train for every Saturday. We need to go to somewhere and then we train there and learn knowledge. uh like just like Ginger said, like due to the pandemic, we actually couldn't train anymore. But like for the knowledge part, I actually attended few course online. Like yesterday, I actually attended one BFA course, which is basic first aid
Yeah.
course, and I think it's very beneficial. Yeah.
Do you renew your BFA license?
Oh yeah. That BFA course is actually for renewal. Like you have to take the course and then they will record your attendance. If you got 80% and above attendance, then you are qualified to take the exam. And then if you pass the exam, you will get the renewal.
Oh, so when is your last time exam? Your last time BFA?
I think like last year because I joined St. John like very late. Like at first I wasn't in St. John. I was like later then I switched into St. John because I actually think their BFA card is very cool and that's the main reason why I switched to St. John. And then I get it. So
I
yeah.
see. Yeah. And I think during BFA got the sections I need to do CPR or choking case something like this. Need
Yeah.
to handle.
Yeah. True. Yeah.
Good memory.
Did you go for the exam before?
Yeah. I think during Form 2 times.
Oh.
Form 2.
Oh.
Yeah, actually I
Actually
very
cried.
passionate about St. John But
Oh,
but
true.
since I
I
switched to
think
new school, the school don't prefer so much of like training about St. John. Yeah, so there's a bit.
I think like member in St. John actually are very like passionate lah.
Yeah. Some of them like they want to become doctor. They learn a lot of
Yeah,
knowledge about St.
they
John. Actually, very
true.
very
By the way,
beneficial.
I actually cried. By the way, I actually cried during the exam section because I did it like so badly. Like the examiner is actually like, and then
Oh
I
my
started
God, don't
crying,
cry.
like so stupid. Because I think like I'm not sure lah, but for my school, like I asked my friend, they say they almost every of them, almost all of them cried during the first time exam because like,
Cried?
like the pressure is
Oh, so
so
stressful.
high, like
Wow.
This
very
is just getting very
stressful.
sad. It's becoming very sad.
Oh,
Oh, they just
But still,
worry.
but still, it's very fun, you know.
Fun to
There's
be
good
Yeah,
fun to
passionate,
cry.
because
because they worry about their
you
result.
actually have a form if you. Yeah, true. Like you actually have a form, then the examiner will fill up the marks for you, but you won't have an idea of what is he writing or what, because they write random numbers like 82 and then the second one
Yeah.
becomes 5 and then you'll be like, what?
What's so
Oh,
much difference there?
that's a big jump.
But
82
the
and
thing I'm curious is about the
Yeah, and
examiner
then
is your senior or the officer. The examiner
no, sergeant officer, like sergeant.
or sergeant
Yeah.
in Johor Bahru
It's
State.
not like senior. Yeah.
Oh,
that's
yeah.
official.
Yeah, so very serious, so scary.
Oh.
No wonder you all
But-
cried. Now I understand the pressure.
But just keep persistent because St. John is very good club to enjoy.
Yes.
It depends. It
Saint
depends on the
John.
interest.
Yeah.
It depends on the
team.
interest. You completely both of you completely roasted the other clubs.
oh, pengakap activity.
Okay, sorry.
I don't
But
mind.
you can talk about pengakap activities Rishi.
St. John and Pengakap share this. You see, right? CPR, the Heimlich maneuver, and all the first aid stuff.
Yeah.
It's also part of Pengakap. We have to learn that because scouts, they have to something like adventure, right? Scouts were used as messengers in the past. That was the first objective as messengers. So first aid is also a part of Pengakap.
Do you learn how to save animals?
Actually, we will learn how to capture animals. We had to learn, but we didn't learn. Corona kind of stopped everything.
You mean how to hunt?
Right.
Yes, because if you're going to survive in the jungle, you have to hunt. You can't rely on the things you bring, right? Of course, I know St. John is saving lives, right?
Saving life. But
Pengakap, we
then
survive.
saving humans
Pengakap, we just survive. But it's more to
But-
Pengakap than what meets the eye.
Yeah, pretty good. I think every club is good based on your interests. If you pay your attention there,
Yes.
you can get something great something. But it's a bit I'm a bit regretful because I didn't represent my previous school to attend like the St. John competition in state area or what. I only attend competition within the school. So yeah.
The timing,
but
man.
No worries.
it's
Yeah,
good.
you have chance. No worries.
I don't have chance already. I'm now
In
here.
future.
No, after Form 5, we are
future.
we are different category.
Oh,
Yeah.
Not remaja, belia, yeah, belia. We go from remaja to belia. It's different there.
belia. Oh.
But one thing very happy is like when I switched to the school because I'm St. John members and then the
Yeah.
school just gave me to become
I know
the sergeant
Pengerusi.
in the school. Like the
Yes.
pengerusi.
Wow.
The commander.
Wow.
But I can say not I want to blame my school St. John members. If compared to my previous school, they really don't have the interest or they can't withstand the strength of training. Like they are not
True.
willing to have the training.
Yeah.
They're just not trained. They're not trained to withstand the stress. True.
Yeah, sometimes they cannot withstand the stress.
True. They can't cover.
Maybe the culture difference there.
Yep.
So now, well, I think we talk about like 1 hour.
Yeah, I think it's better if you end now.
Okay.
This is the yeah. This is
Okay.
the parts to end.
I'm gonna end.
Okay.
Yeah. So guys, so after have a long conversation, finally we end our today episode. And the thing is, whenever you are, even either in government school or private school, the thing is actually studying depend on yourself. And environment is a place to train you. So you have to change yourself instead of change the environment. So guys, after our today conversation, the main difference between private school and government school is like the language. The language, like government school more emphasize on BM and private school more emphasize on English. That's the main difference. And then just treasure our school life. So thank you our today's special guest, Chloe. Have a clap to her.
A round of applause.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you for
And then
having
thanks.
us. Yeah.
Thanks for the sharing.
Yeah. And then Felicia and Yoshi, thank you also. So
Wow. Yeah. Welcome.
You're
now
welcome.
it's
You have to say
time,
that. You have to say that
it's time to
every
say
week.
goodbye. I want to
Yeah.
drink water already. Okay, I can't.
Hope you
I
guys
can't
enjoy
tahan.
our podcast. Yeah. Hope you guys enjoy our podcast and yep. Have a good day. Yeah. So
Bye.
see you next time. Bye.
Bye.